The most powerful teachings of Jesus were never meant to be confined within the pages of the Bible. For over 2 millennia, these messages remained hidden, safeguarded from the eyes of the common people. Most individuals will never have access to this knowledge, but today you stand at the threshold of discovery. The true essence of Jesus' lessons, a wisdom capable of transforming your soul, awaits those willing to listen. For centuries, the world has only known a fraction of the story. Translations and reinterpretations throughout history have shaped what we now call Christian tradition, leaving many of Jesus' original teachings in obscurity. The Jesus we think we know imparted insights far deeper than what has been passed down through conventional texts. Within ancient scriptures, hidden messages and lessons exist, designed to elevate human consciousness to a higher state. To overlook these teachings is to miss the essence of the true path that Jesus intended for humanity. But what exactly has been concealed in these texts? What secrets can alter our perception of Jesus and our own spiritual journey? This is what we will uncover now. The hidden wisdom of Jesus aligns more with mysticism, focusing on internal transformation rather than outward religious practices. His words aimed at revealing Christ consciousness, a spiritual unity with the divine that is within reach for everyone. Jesus' esoteric teachings transcend dogma, guiding us toward the realization that the divine dwells within each of us. Let's delve into these overlooked teachings, analyzing the scriptures from a mystical perspective rather than a literal one. How would your life change if you discovered that Jesus' teachings extend far beyond the written word of the Bible? Could ancient texts hold the key to attaining true spiritual union with the divine? Have you ever questioned whether Jesus' message has been altered over time? Get ready for a new understanding of Jesus' wisdom, one that may redefine how you see life and your purpose. Teaching 1. The kingdom of God is within you. This is one of the most profound and enigmatic teachings of Jesus. Traditional Christianity often places the kingdom of God in the afterlife, but this interpretation misses the mystical essence of his words. Jesus was referring to an internal reality, a state of divine consciousness in which the soul recognizes its unity with God. This internal experience is not exclusive to saints or prophets. It is accessible to anyone who seeks spiritual awakening. The idea that the kingdom of heaven is not an external place but a divine state of consciousness is in harmony with Eastern spiritual traditions, where enlightenment is recognized as the realization of one's true divine nature. Jesus revealed that salvation and paradise are not merely destinations after death, but states of consciousness that can be attained here and now. The key lies in looking inward and recognizing the divinity within. Teaching 2. I and the Father are one. When Jesus proclaimed this, he was not merely referring to himself, but rather expressing a universal truth about the inherent potential of every human being. This statement conveys the principle of non-duality, a concept found in mystical traditions worldwide. Non-duality teaches that the apparent separation between the individual soul and the divine is an illusion. Only oneness exists. By realizing his union with God, Jesus invited all of us to recognize that we too can attain this connection. The spiritual journey, in this sense, is about transcending the ego and the illusion of separation, merging with divine presence. Teaching 3. The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eye is single, your whole body will be full of light. This passage is often overlooked or misunderstood, yet it alludes to spiritual vision and the awakening of the third eye, a concept present in various esoteric traditions. The single eye can be interpreted as the spiritual center known in yoga as the Ajna chakra, which enables perception beyond the physical world. Jesus' reference to the eye as a source of illumination aligns with the mystical tradition of inner awakening. By activating this spiritual sight, one gains access to higher wisdom and divine guidance. Teaching 4. You must be born again. Many interpret this phrase in a simplistic way, associating it with religious conversion or baptism. However, its deeper meaning relates to spiritual rebirth, a profound transformation of consciousness. To be born again is to awaken from the limitations of the physical self and ego, recognizing the divine essence within. This concept parallels the idea of Kundalini awakening in esoteric traditions, where the internal spiritual energy rises, leading to enlightenment. This rebirth is not about belief, but about experiencing a shift in perception, moving from a limited view of reality to the eternal perspective of the soul. Teaching 5. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. This passage illustrates the spiritual journey. The wide road represents the easy path of materialism, ego, and superficial pursuits, while the narrow gate symbolizes the difficult path of inner transformation and spiritual discipline. Jesus spoke of initiation into higher consciousness, where one must let go of attachments and worldly distractions to reach divine realization. Teaching 6. I am the vine, you are the branches. This teaching extends beyond dependence on Jesus and reveals a mystical truth about the unity of all beings with the divine source. The vine represents Christ consciousness, the eternal divine presence that flows through all life, while the branches symbolize individual souls connected to this source. Aligning with this inner Christ consciousness allows one to manifest divine potential, bearing spiritual fruits in life. The esoteric teachings of Jesus. Jesus did not share his most profound teachings with everyone. His highest spiritual messages were reserved for those prepared to receive them. To the crowds he spoke in parables, concealing the deeper meanings. However, to his closest disciples, he revealed the full significance of his wisdom. This distinction is evident in his words. To you, it has been given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it has not been given. The 12 apostles, along with figures like Mary Magdalene, were part of his inner circle, receiving knowledge beyond what was shared publicly. Many scholars and mystics believe that Jesus imparted to this group a mystical path to direct union with God, a truth too profound for the masses to grasp. The esoteric teachings of Jesus aimed at awakening divine potential within individuals, guiding them toward Christ consciousness. Often hidden within parables and misunderstood by many, these lessons provide a pathway to enlightenment. Understanding. The spiritual depth of Jesus' words invites us on a transformative journey, leading to divine union and the realization that the kingdom of heaven is within. Now, what other hidden teachings might have been omitted from the canonical Gospels? Could Jesus have left behind a path to enlightenment that was lost over time? The journey to uncovering these sacred truths is only beginning, and if you're ready to go deeper, subscribe to this channel for more revelations that challenge the boundaries of traditional understanding. Share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice keeps this wisdom alive. This path is not for everyone, but if you have ears to hear, then hear. Your journey has just begun.